Trying to shut down this side of the field, or the Dorito side of the field. Nice little spread on both teams. You can see top side. Both teams trying to get outside the Doritos, but Jason Edwards holding down that side, Maddie. Taking out Colt Roberts, though, trying to make the move. So both teams losing one player. Colt Roberts on the Dorito side, Chad Bouchier over here on the Doritos on the Snake side, and number 1, Timmy Props going down right now as well. And number 12, just dropping like flies right now, Steve.
Yeah, X Factor's just playing the middle of the field solid, man. They're just crossed up both sides of the field and just holding it down so far. So come out to get a good point against Damage. The way X Factor's been playing this year, like we talked about this again, they stay out of the box, they can beat anybody.
Yeah, that's been one of their big issues. But right now they have Kemp, Montemayor, Bernaccia, and Goff out there doing work, and it's just Holiday left alive for Tampa Bay Damage to be really big for San Antonio X Factor here to put the first point on the board. And they are able to do it here as long as that hang is clean. So solid work by Scotty Kemp, Archie, Billy Bernaccia, and Grayson Goff. Colt Roberts did get taken out by Jason Edwards, but not before he was able to get a shot on Chad Bouchier, who's playing on that bump shoulder that he has. So nice work by San Antonio X Factor. Score 1-0, 18:35 on the clock. We'll be right back. X Factor looking real good that first point. See if they can keep that off the break shooting on. Now it looks like I think both teams at 5 strong.
No, both teams losing one. Chad Bouchier taking the walk, and Alex Martinez taking the walk.
Keith Brown just gets taken out too.
So both of the Snake 1 attackers over here on the Snake side dead for Tampa Bay Damage, and X Factor taking full advantage of that. As looks like Dixon Yang all the way past the 50-yard line. Man, X Factor looks pretty good.
They do look really good right now. Dixon Yang always looks good. Archie Montemayor always looks good. Oh,
these guys have been doing it. These guys have been playing together for a long time. I mean, the core of this team, like a lot of these other top teams, have been together for 6-7 years. Actually, even longer than that for X Factor. So, it's one of those things that when you play together that long, you develop this unspoken, kind of almost psychic-like communication. We see it on Dynasty, we see it on Impact, where you see guys don't really have to talk as much as players that are just kind of getting their team together in order to accomplish certain strategic goals out there on the field, because you have faith in your guys, you've seen them perform before, and you count on them to do certain jobs. That comes down to lots of strategy and game planning. But man, X Factor, they came to the World Cup and they came crazy layout, man. Yeah, these guys got their shots down.
We said this was going to happen. Here goes, look at this, San Antonio X Factor to the 3-50.
Nice move. That got to be Colt Roberts. No,
I think
Scott Kemp.
Scott Kemp. Oh yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, Scott Kemp, and here comes
number 12. That's Ramzi Al Youssef, another specimen. I mean, the guy's in great shape.
Hey, Scotty's sprints are working. He looked blazing fast going up that drill.
Yeah, I didn't even see him. I caught the tail end of it. Like I saw something on the corner of my eye. I looked over there and he was already in the bunker.
There it is. Got Damage at the Snake 50. You got X Factor at the Dorito 50. So who's going to capitalize here first? We shall see real quick.
Well, yeah, both these teams with good field position, better field position. I don't know. It's kind of a roll of the dice. I mean, what's a better spot? Dorito 3 right by the 50 on the Snake side, or the 50-yard line Dorito? Or I'm sorry, Snake 3.
I think Snake 3 is much better.
Oh, they just took out Rumsey, so there it is.
There's my words of meeting. I was hungry anyway.
Yeah, well, that doesn't say anything against the spot. Rumsey just got shot out of there. But hey, Rumsey has played really well for Tampa Bay Damage and he's earned his playing time.
Yeah, I think I see more people getting 3 and 4 packs out of the Snake 3 than I do out of the 50 Dorito.
I agree with you on that. That's a fact at this point in the tournament for sure. Now Billy Bernaccia seeing that death in front of him as Ramzi Al Youssef got shot. Billy Bernaccia gets right up in there. He's in good field position. 16 minutes left here on the clock. Scott Kemp, Billy Bernaccia, and Todd Morrow left alive for San Antonio X Factor. Looking at 2 Tampa Bay Damage players, and Jason Edwards and Rainey Stanzik. And it looks like Jason getting taken out, and then Rainey is wheeling and dealing until he finally gets shot as well. Not before he gets Billy. So it was just Scott Kemp left alive over there on the Dorito side of the field. But, hey man, you just need one alive. Damage is pretty much in the same spot. Well, they haven't lost the game yet, but they are in the same spot that they were in, that Legion was in before. So here we go. Can Tampa Bay Damage get on the board here? 15:37 to go. San Antonio X Factor and Tampa Bay, both these teams at full strength.
There comes a penalty on.
And there we go. We just started talking about penalties. But what happens when you start going down? Start going down points.
You
get frustrated.
Sometimes.
Yep. You start exactly.
Damage doesn't need to force things because these guys got the talent. They get down a lot. And they have the talent to come right back. So, but right now the way X Factor's playing, man, they're just solid all across the field right now.
Well, Archie Montemayor getting shot trying to make it up here on the snake side of the field. Alex Martinez, Grayson Goff, Scott Kemp, Colt Roberts still alive. Only 2 players left alive for Damage. This would be a huge point win right here if San Antonio X Factor could go up 4 against Tampa Bay Damage, really putting a hurting on Damage so far. But they just got to make sure they get this point. This is a big one for Damage, though. I mean, they still have Timmy Probst and Chad Boucher, 2 of the best. Very highly ranked players, doing great on the stats. Chad Boucher playing with that bump shoulder, not really looking like it's hurting him right this second, though. I mean, he looks fluid in there, as always.
Yep.
Oh, Alex Martinez gets shot out of his spot here, and there's no one on the snake side, so Chad Boucher might step up and save the day for Tampa Bay Damage. He can get a shot on Colt Roberts crossfield. Only 2 players left alive for San Antonio X Factor, and holy Chad Boucher.
What a great move by Chad Boucher, getting down the field.
Oh, that was a big point lost by X Factor right there. But hey, you know, you're playing Tampa Bay Damage, you can't blink twice, because all of a sudden you got Chad Boucher on your backside, stitching it up behind your neck, which is exactly what happened to Colt Roberts trying to make his move over there. So, you know, Timmy Probst and Chad Boucher combining for pretty much all fun back. X Factor with the lead, 13:44 to go. Looking at X Factor rolling their guns.
Take out Chad Boucher and
ooh, big kill.
Looks like Daniel Holiday, so they Damage loses 2 on the break here.
Yeah, but Grayson Goff gets shot for San Antonio X Factor. So 4 X Factor players left alive, though. They do make a move here into the snake. 3 players left alive for Tampa Bay Damage. Oh, but Jason Edwards catches 1 too. So just Keith Brown and Rainey Stanzik, and all of a sudden Tampa Bay Damage, even though Chad had some heroics here in that last point, didn't really help their motivation very much, because you know, they got 2 of their 3, I don't know, everyone's a star essentially on Damage, but look at this, Dimitri Nienios finally gets a chance to get out there. He didn't get shot off the break, but he didn't shoot anybody, he got shot out of his bunker.
His wrist is in a cast, and I know he wants to get out here and play, but how effective can you be, man? I don't know.
Well, the thing that's not, you're right, I mean, but they got him his spin, and he got shot, you know, and so it's, you know, Dimitri, we need more out of Dimitri if you're an X Factor fan.
The fact that he's just out here with the broken wrist, that's
the man stuff right there, you know, for sure. So here we go, 2-on-3, Colt Roberts, Billy Bernaccia, and Archie Montemayor, who is the kill count leader, no surprise there, for San Antonio X Factor. Keith Brown and Rainey Stanzik have only combined for 2 kills each. Or, sorry, for 2 kills total. And then Rainey gets shot, so it's just Keith Brown. And here comes X Factor. Gonna run Keith. You can look how frustrated Keith is. Keith is incredibly frustrated, and you hate to see that. But as well he should be. If I was Keith, I'd be frustrated too. Last guy left alive. I'm the 1 over here on the snake side. How do all my solid star, you know, top-ranked back players dying out of their spots?
Leaving me here solo.
Yeah, to get the thing that Damage has been able even to do, as we see Jason Edwards die out the break. One of the best back players in the game, and last year's People's Choice Award winner for his amazing play in 2012. But I'll tell you what, man, the only way that Damage has a point on the board is because Chad Boucher and Timmy Probst stepped up and won a 2-on-4. And that was X Factor dropping the ball, so that was a gift. But now, we got a 4-on-4, Scott Kemp, Dixon Yang, Dimitri Nienios, and Archie Montemayor stunting right now with 7 confirmed kills. They're out there against Keith Brown. Oh, but Dimitri Nienios getting shot early again. So into 2 reps that Dimitri's got, the young talented rookie, not showing us his stuff yet. But again, Dimitri's playing with a broken hand, so we can't harp on him too much. The fact he even decided, hey, I'm going to play with this custom cast he got made, is that's pretty crazy alone. But that kid's got a lot of heart, so it's not surprising.
Yeah, absolutely. He has a lot of heart. I really like the way he's playing. He's come up a lot too.
He's really young, and he comes off as he's like 25, but he's not even in his 20s yet. You know,
I know.
So it's crazy. He's like 19 years old. So the fact that he's that mature, that young, really bodes well for his future. But unfortunately for him, he did break 2 bones in his hand. Same injury that Brandon Short had earlier on this year. Brandon had Dimitri has to have surgery on that hand after this event.
You know, and it's a good time. I mean, not that there's ever a good time to have surgery, but if you're going to have it, now's a good time to do it.
Yeah.
Right after the World Cup,
For
you
sure.
can heal up in time for March or February, whenever we have first tournament.
So here it is,
A battle right now, Keith Brown.
4-1 right now, and San Antonio X Factors right now, they know damage has to come. Let's kill as much clock time as possible and make it work for this kill. And you know, at least they're in a good position right now to keep them at, you know, back up a little bit.
Keep him at bay. And Keith Brown in stake 2. Knows he has to push. You know, Keith is also a guy that's a little bit younger in the game, but he's had some seasons now with damage, and everyone loves Keith. No one, I don't know one guy that speaks ill.
One of the
so
politest
nice,
players
so
I've ever
polite.
met.
He is
hardworking.
Still calls me Mr. Applecup. I'm like, don't do that, man. What are you doing?
You're like 50, bro.
I know, what are you doing?
Jeez.
Ooh, and the first strike
And
for
the
Chris
first strike.
at World Cup.
It's happening.
First one,
First
round
blood.
0 so far.
First blood.
But you're right. I mean, I would have said the same thing. Thank God he called me Matty. But he called me Mr. Marsh. Be like, that's actually my dad. Please don't ever call me that again. But yeah, but Keith's great. Everybody loves Keith. He's a solid talent, but it's going to be up to Keith right now. Can Keith get it done in the snake? We're looking at Keith on your screen now. It's Keith Brown, young talent for Tampa Bay. Oh, look at this. Moves made down on the Dorito side. Who is that? Is that Scotty Kemp?
I don't know. I didn't see it again. All I saw was a flash.
I think that might be Scotty Kemp.
It is. Look at
Rucks on the field. He's good at it. Hats off to Excessive. And hopefully they can fight for their fans, try to get back in the Champions Division. So here we go. San Antonio X Factor in a surprise turn of events, taking on one of the favorites here. Tampa Bay Damage have beaten them up so far. Another reason Tampa Bay Damage, Chris, even has a point is because, again, Chad Lucier stepped up in that 1 point long ago. But it's just been all San Antonio X Factor.
Houston gets eliminated as well, so now they're down 2.
Yeah, well, Colt Roberts got up in that in that A really, really quick. And actually, Jason Edwards and Ramsey just got stuck in that can.
Look at that beautiful shot cross field by Billy Bernaccia.
He's playing really good
That
this
was
tournament so far.
nasty. He got right in there and just shot cross field. And I think they took out Daniel Holiday. Yeah. Dan Holiday got caught sleeping there. Didn't realize that because Billy slid right in, knew the shot immediately. Obviously, X Factor has done their time on this field. They know all these angles. And man, X Factor looks like they look like one of the best teams out here right now.
I'd have to agree with you right there, man.
Amazing.
Now Billy's going to go up to this next little knuckle, and he's going to shoot across the field, and he's going to shoot that far Dorito in the back. That's going to be Timmy Probst. Or he's just going to run down and shoot Jason Edwards. That'll work too, I guess.
Ooh, Billy just out there just battling right now. Billy Bernaccia. You know, that's good because Billy struggled last year until the World Cup, and then when Billy started playing well, what happened? Oh wow, they just destroy. I honestly, I'm gonna get the X Factor.
I'm gonna get this with X
It's
Factor.
Tampa
They're
Bay
just
Damage.
playing that good.
I think so. I think it's just X Factor has finally, and we'll see as they progress because they have been inconsistent before. But my God, they look like this. I think they might look the best out of every team we've seen so far today.
Yeah, they're just playing the whole side of the field just hard, getting Damage's face all across the field. And man, like you said, whose strategy is working different right now.
And it's cool because tomorrow we're premiering the documentary ETV's The Roster at lunch, so you get to see all year long, or at least the first episode of an episodic series, documenting their struggle to be the team they are right now. That's just beating the brakes off Tampa Bay Damage.
And here it is, 6-1 lead, and Damage they have
Timmy just getting it again in the head. I mean, God, X Factor just looking really crisp right now.
So good. They're doing everything right. They're shooting guys off the break. They're making aggressive moves. They're seeing the lanes. They're locking lanes down. I mean, there's not one bit of pain.